What's up, guys? It's Devin of That Child Gamer. Welcome back to another Doki Doki Outcast video. We left off last time, I believe so, because it's been a little bit of a while before we played this game. We read with Yuri, and we shared poems, and Yuri ran out of the room, and we had to save. Well, we didn't have to save her, but we had to like kind of, you know, bring her back and cheer her up and stuff. And as of right now, I'm almost certain that we're very, very good friends right now, and more likely than not, it's going to turn into something else. So, without further ado, well, let's continue Doki Doki Outcast. Now, what's the latest? What's the latest date here? We've got one that says 1336 and 1346. Well, it's obviously this one. Okay, Chapter 3. Tea with Yuri. And I apologize if I suck at reading. I ended up deciding I'm just gonna record it this morning because, like, I want to get some of the recording out of the way so I can edit and all that fun stuff. Just because I've been trying to make a little more free time for myself so that I can just, you know, kind of relax for a bit. Because yesterday's day was just nothing but editing, exporting, and uploading. That was literally my entire day yesterday. There was like probably an hour worth of time spent on playing like my Wii over on my other TV. Yeah, I'm gonna try and relax a little bit more. So I'm getting this out of the way. Not that I'm trying to rush anything out, but this is just how it's gonna work for me. I know it's kind of random, so I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware if I sucked at reading, that's why I'm recording it very early in the morning. Today's classes were pretty uneventful, just catching up on some material for upcoming tests. I look over at the clock. Almost. The bell finally rings and I walk out into the hall. Time for the club meeting. Oh boy! I've gotten more comfortable over the past couple days. I enter the club room and the usual scene greets me. Hi, Devin. Hey, Sayori. You're in a good mood today, huh? I'm still just getting used to you being in the club is all. Ah, I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. It's always been the simple things with you anyway. Yeah, I guess so. Have fun today, Devin. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation. Yuri's reading a book, Natsuki's in the closet. I kind of want to talk to Yuri again. I read a little more of the book last night. Now that things have gotten more interesting, I want to continue reading with her. I look behind me and spot Yuri. I get up from my desk and walk over to her. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I suddenly notice that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your reading. Oh, no, I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, would you like to go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, Devin, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all, Yuri. Thank you very much. If there's one thing I can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Would you like some as well? I mean, if it's not too much trouble. I really enjoyed it last time. Yuri beams at me. I can already tell she's very enthusiastic about our reading session. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Could you hold on to this for a second? Sure. After Yuri hands me the water pitcher, she fetches the electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in and I'll go get some water. Sounds good. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and... What is it? Methodic. I don't know what that means. I actually don't know what that means. If you want to explain that to me, what that means, I'd be more than appreciative of that. Because I've never... In fact, actually, I'm going to take a quick little break and see what that means. What did it say? What was the word? It was said, methodical soul. I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's see here. Methodical. You guys aren't going to see this because I have the OBS set to just the game. Done according to a systematic or established form of procedure of a person, orderly and systematic in thought or behavior. Okay, it's an adjective, so I guess that does kind of suit her. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Sure, here you are. I carefully hand Yuri the water pitcher. I'm sorry, I had to research it so I could understand what that even meant. Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Sure, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah, let's go. All of a sudden, Monica appeared from behind us, almost as if she was listening into our conversation. It took me by surprise at first, but I remained calm. Where are you guys off to? Huh? Yuri was gonna make some tea before we started reading, so it does sound strange having to explain this to Monica now that I think about it. We're just gonna go fill up the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's, Before I can finish my statement, Yuri interrupts. Monica, would you please mind your own business for once? Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Devin with club activities? Huh? I remain quiet, unable to say anything. Oh, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Devin. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. And I didn't even look back to Monica. I'm just like, oh, okay. Once in the hallway, Yuri suddenly presses her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How can I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? You must think I'm a horrible person now. No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I didn't expect that, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. It's not just with Monica, but what happened with Natsuki yesterday. I was horrible then, too. Yuri, you know that it's not your fault. You even apologized to the whole club. So, no, Yuri, you're not a horrible person. You're far from it. I've only known you for a short time, but I can tell by the way you act that you're not being intentionally rude. You're a good person, and I believe that. Devin, Yuri looks in my direction. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect, Yuri. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind will turn a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate you for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Devin, I hope you don't mind me saying it, but I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. It feels a bit awkward saying something like that, especially after Yuri and I just met. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. I can only hope that talking to her and befriending her will do just that. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. We fill up the water pitcher and make our way back to the classroom. Cool! Yuri and I enter the club once again, now filled with the now filled water pitcher in my hands. As we make our way back to the tea set, Yuri stops me. Devin, yeah? Could you give me a moment? I wanted to go and apologize to Monica. I know that it wasn't a big deal, but I'd like to if I may. I smiled at myself, reaffirming the good judgment I made about her. Sure, go ahead. I'll take care of the pitcher. Thank you. Yuri walks over to Monica. She's sitting at her desk, her nose in a book. I watch from afar. I told you, it's gonna start now. Yuri timidly taps her finger on Monica's desk, as if she's poking at a bee's nest, afraid of the consequences. Monica? May I speak with you for a moment? Monica looks up from her book. Oh, hi, Yuri. Monica folds the top of her book page to keep track of where she left off and closes it. Sure, would you like to discuss? About what I said earlier. I wanted to apologize. I didn't mean it. I shouldn't have said those things. I'm sorry, Monica. I hope you don't hate me. Oh, Yuri, you didn't mean it. I accept your apology, and I'm sorry for intervening. I was only looking out for you and Devin. Yuri suddenly smiles, feeling a sense of relief. So, we're okay then? Of course, Yuri. No hurt feelings at all. Monica gets up from her seat and hugs Yuri. Even if it was something so trivial, I was happy to see him make up for it. Well, you and Devin have fun. Let me know if you need anything. Thank you, Monica. Anytime, Yuri. Yuri makes her way back to my desk. Everything good? Yeah, Monica was totally fine with it. No hurt feelings at all. Great. Shall we start making the tea then? Yes, of course. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. That's a very, very hot kettle. Now I'll need the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. It's quite quiet between us. All of a sudden, Yuri starts humming to herself. You must be in a good mood. Is that so? I got all excited. I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Devin. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Devin, I have another request. Sure, ask away. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Sure, I don't mind. May I ask why? It's a bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than being hunched over at my desk. I just find it more comfortable. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. If I had known sooner, I would have gladly sat on the floor. No need to apologize, Devin. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's mostly because of is Yuri talking about her? Oh, I need to fix the situation so things don't get more awkward. Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go and grab the book. I go and retrieve the book from my bag. As I'm doing so, I notice that I have a bag of chocolates. I kept them hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I love that. I take the bag of chocolates since it'll go with the tea. Go well with the tea. Yuri sat up against the wall. I join her on the floor. We assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer and our shoulders are touching. Oh no, how am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? I don't mind at all. Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I won't have a difficult time reading from it, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. I then take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Devin? Sorry, I probably shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this case, but yeah, that's all it was. Right. Then you don't need to stop or anything. Oh, there it is. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. I can tell just by expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arms to her mouth. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Yep, okay. Thanks, Monica! I really appreciate that. That was getting really weird. I'm loving this mod. It's amazing. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Devin, you can help Yuri put the tea away the tea stuff, right? Sure, of course. Okay, thanks. I'm loving this. It's amazing. I love that every single possible time that could happen, Monica's like, okay, guys, let's not do this anymore and let's move on to the next topic. Oh, Monica's my savior. When you guys are finished, we can get started. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. No crap. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. It's probably for the best. Oh my lord, that's the best thing ever so far. I love that. That's my favorite part. Everything was going good. All the the ambience and stuff like that is like, it was getting really it was getting very romantic, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poem, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have something to do for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We'll keep it very simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but what are we actually gonna be doing for the event? Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're gonna be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're gonna be having poetry performance. Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also gonna let anybody else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I have actually. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, but it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just recently. It's a lot to ask for them to recite a poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that, so I'm sorry. However, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of the club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do, I know we all do. And if that's all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried, and leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess we'll just have to get it over with. Alright, the view. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have much of a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more uncomfortable. Can I go next, Monica? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line that she recites, bringing the words to life. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes his recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? Actually, may I go next, Monica? Sure, Sayori's alright with it. Yeah, I'm fine with you go next, Yuri. Thank you, Sayori. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem was called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. My nose is itchy. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. She's suddenly putting in so much effort. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. The poem was full of twists and turns into a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse of into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition which she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, we were just so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. That was really good, Yuri. Thanks for sharing. I think Yuri has had enough peer pressure for today. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. She takes a deep breath and begins reciting her poem. The poem was cheery and full of happy imagery. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made for It feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. It's rather a rather simple poem, yet it feels deep at the same time. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! It came out nicely, Sayori. Well done. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Devon. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Devon lower everyone's standards before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I'll do my best. I don't have much of a selection to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Oh god, no, don't do that! That's terrible! I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel awkward. Regardless, I recite my poem. I have a bit of a hard time at first. I try my best to add inflection to it, similar to Monica's. Everyone seems to be at least moderately engaged. I finish my poem and receive a round of applause from the girls. I'm sorry if it wasn't as good as everyone else's. Don't worry about it so much. You actually did pretty good for your first time. You think so, Monica? Yeah, you have the ability to perform, I can tell. I just think you need to work a little bit more on your confidence. That's something that'll improve over time, though. I hope so. I hate to give anything mediocre at a performance. No, Devon, you'll do great. I nod and sit back down in my seat. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While Natsuki is still unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. The words feel like they bounce up and down, giving it life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort into the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. That's so funny. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Mondays. Yay! Oh, here we start already. The tired voice comes into play again. It's almost as if, like, you know, back in the original series, instead of Monica takes a bow, I accidentally said Monica takes a bath. And it was the funniest thing ever. I still regret it to this day, but it was the funniest thing ever. And that was basically what just happened now. Instead of Monday, I said Monica. This is what happens when you make me read something when I'm like half asleep, half awake. It's like, it's the best thing. It calls for great comedy, but it's like also, it's like, what does that mean for the rest of the video? I can't wait. I can do this. Alright, sounds good. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Sayori and I make our way out of the club and walk home together. Woo! That was a day, wasn't it? Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. It doesn't seem like she's upset, though. She seems very happy, more so than usual. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. You've been spending a lot of time with Yuri. I mean, I was just curious. Do you like her? What do you mean? What kind of question is that? Like I said, I was just curious. There's nothing wrong with it if you do. Either way, your secret's safe with me. You promise? I promise. Sayori's my best friend. I can trust her on this, right? I like Yuri, or Yuri's only a friend. Well, you know this is a Yuri mod. I can't just, like, put her off now. I mean, as much as she's not actually my, like, I'm gonna save it there, actually. Because again, there's gonna be options that we can choose throughout the mod to change the endings and stuff like that. So, but obviously, this is a Yuri mod, so you know I'm gonna go with it. She may not be my favorite Doki overall, like, realistically, like, in general. But for the mod, obviously, we like Yuri. It shows within our voice. It shows within us hanging out with her. You can't say at this point that MC's only friends with Yuri. Like, after what happened with the whole chocolate incident, you there's no turning back. There's really no way you can ever turn back from that. So we're gonna say we like Yuri. Ah, you admitted it. Jeez, I said it, okay? Are you happy now? I am. I'm very happy for you, Devin. Yuri's so pretty and smart. She'd be great for you. I am blushing. I can feel sweat forming in my uniform. Please tell me you won't mention this to the other members, especially Yuri. Don't worry, I won't. But you will. I would feel awful if I told her instead of you. I will eventually. It's still a bit early, I think. I understand. Well, I'll see you later, Devin. See you tomorrow, Sayori. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. Sayori kind of did put me on the spot. I guess Sayori can see right through me. I can't just lie to her, though. I can easily trust her. She is my best friend, after all. Home at last. I enter my house and immediately go up to my bedroom. I'm not really in the mood for a snack. That is so not me in real life. I come home from a busy day from school, and I'm on top of the Cheez-Its already. I sit down at my desk for a moment. Today was interesting to say the least. It's only been a few days and I'm already developing feelings for Yuri. Does she feel the same way about me? I wonder. She's always been reclusive or recluse? I don't even know. And reserved, at least since I've known her, but she doesn't mind talking to me. I can only imagine how much speaking she did before I came to the literature club. I gotta itch my nose, it keeps itching. I hate it. I shouldn't think too hard about this, though. I hate to rush into things, especially since I'm not sure how she feels. I'll tell her how I feel when the time is right. In the meantime, I'll just write a poem for tomorrow. I'm feeling inspired and I don't want to lose my train of thought. That's also not very me in real life. I'll say that I'm inspired by something, I'll sit down and I'll think something over and I'll be like, what am I talking about again? That's kind of like starting a conversation with somebody and then like you start a conversation but then you just have a bunch of fillers and it's like, what were we talking about again? Ooh, it's the next chapter. We're only 28 minutes in though. That was a very short chapter. Like normally we were able to get through a chapter. Like we've done like each video chapter by chapter so far, but it's only been like 28 minutes. Like and since I started recording anyway, probably a little bit shorter than that for you guys. So I think honestly we're gonna drive off the chapter episodes and we're gonna do 2 in 1 this time because I feel like it would be way too early to end off this video now. So we're gonna continue festival preparations. Wonderful! The school day ends and it's time for the club. Everyone is already engaged in their respective activities. Hey Devin, hey Monica, we're just discussing the festival. I'm so happy that you're willing to help out. Well, I'm glad that I can contribute to the event. I'm sure it'll be very successful. I sure hope so. Well, have fun today. We'll discuss the festival preparation later on, alright? Sounds good. Monica smiles and heads back to her desk. I take a seat as well. I decide to pull out my book and read some more. All of a sudden, I feel a light tap on my shoulder. I turn around to find Sayori standing there. Oh, hey Sayori, what are you doing? Nothing. She seems a lot more happier in this mod than in the original game. I wonder if she's actually like genuinely happy for me and Yuri. I wonder if like she's still like depressed on the inside, saying, "Wow, this is the worst day in my life." I'm not trying to joke about it. I'm actually genuinely concerned if like Sayori still is sad or if Matt made her happy for this mod. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out, huh? Is everything alright? Yeah, I'm just so happy that you like... Ah! I quickly get up from my seat and cover Sayori's mouth. Remember what I didn't even catch that. Man, if this was real life and there was somebody that I liked, then if she'd done that, I would have never actually jumped up to do that. I would have completely lost all train of thought and things would have been blown and oh god, that would have been horrible. Then again, I'm also tired, so maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't have, I don't know. Remember what I said yesterday. Sayori thinks over to herself for a moment and shakes her head. Don't mention it to anyone, especially out loud. Oh, right. Oh, I forgot, sorry. Sayori starts chuckling in my hand, still covering her mouth. After she stops, I remove my hand. Let's be a little more careful next time, alright? Right, it won't happen again. Anyway, you should go spend some time with Yuri. I look over to Yuri's direction. Yuri's face is buried in her book as usual. Truthfully, I would like to spend time with her right now. I just hope I don't disturb her from reading. Alright, I will. See you in a bit, Sayori. As Sayori nods and goes back to her seat, I make my way over to Yuri. Yuri is peering at me from over her book. It's almost like she's playing a game of peekaboo. I find it rather cute, to be honest. Yuri notices that I'm approaching her. She looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I take a seat next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. You didn't do anything, Yuri. I just wanted to spend time with you. I wasn't bothering you, was I? No, not at all. I'm just not used to this. Not used to what? What do you mean, Yuri? I don't know. It's just Yuri hesitates. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks. I offer that patience to her. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It's so endearing that you prefer to spend your time with me. It probably sounds silly, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, reading in company, even sharing my personal hobbies, just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you've never shared your writing beyond the club before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Oh, she doesn't have any friends, other than the club members. Yuri smiles sadly. Devin, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot to do some reading. In fact, I always had some books with me. You could say that I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who would always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, and those friends don't laugh at me, they don't tease me for spacing out all the time, they don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. Yuri nods. I'm not a know-it-all, Devin. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people, I don't know how to make people see me as normal, I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. Yuri, that's very nice of you to say, but I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Devin. I speak too slowly, I second-guess myself all the time, I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anybody else. So it's rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. I joined this club hoping that I would make some new friends, and I would say that I have at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Would you like to continue reading, Yuri? Yeah, that would be really nice. Yuri goes to retrieve the book from her bag. I'm really glad I could help Yuri feel appreciated. She's just so genuine and kind. It makes me a little sad that Yuri feels like she can't share her hobbies because people see her as an outcast. Hey, it's that hit word. Again, not an outcast, just misunderstood. I can almost relate to her in a way. While I can't say that I've ever felt as lonely as she has, gaming has made me more reserved. I owe it to Sayori for convincing me to come here. I've learned so much all while making new friends. Trying new things really does make you grow as a person. True fact. Okay, everyone, why don't we start figuring out what we'll be doing for this weekend for the festival? Hey, Sayori didn't even leave this time. That's awesome. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. Cupcakes? Oh, God. Oh, God. That's so bad. No! Oh, that was so bad! I did not mean to do that. I apologize. Will not happen again. Oh, no. I meant to say cupcakes, but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. Oh, but that's way too funny to leave. That's way too funny not to include that in the video, so I apologize. I can't edit it out. Won't happen again. Trying to stay PG. Even when I wasn't PG, I have never done that. Oh, now that kind of reminds me of summertime before I stopped recording it. It reminded me of like the first episode where Natsuki said she pushed her on her nose, but I accidentally said noose instead. Oh no. Oh, but that one that I just did now was even worse. That's so bad. I apologize. Will not happen again. We might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. This is going to be so much fun. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now, come on, Natsuki. Now, you're very talented as well. I know. Anyway, so Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? I suppose so. Then you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes. She stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Devin, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. My nose will not stop itching. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'll probably go a long way to help to give one of them a hand. Is Monica suggesting that I spend the weekend with one of my club members? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give to you. It's not like Monica's gonna give you a choice, so you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. In the end, it's just up to you, Devin. You're okay with this, right? Of course. Everyone looks at me eagerly anticipating my decision. I mean, I'd like to help Yuri. She could use the help. Plus, I'd hate for her to have to work all by herself, but I also don't want to disappoint anybody. Will it be okay with my decision? My nose will not stop itching. Well, they only give you one option. That's amazing. I love that. Thanks, Matacrafter. Help Yuri. It really narrows the decision for me. I appreciate that. Me? Wait, what about me? I'll be the only one without a partner. I mean, I can handle just fine, but I feel kind of left out now. We all remain silent. All of a sudden, Sayori speaks up. I have an idea, Natsuki. How about I help Monica with the pamphlets on Saturday, and then I can help you with baking on Sunday? Yeah, let's just not let Sayori eat all the cupcakes, though. That way, these cupcakes are as fresh as possible before the festival. Not just that, but everyone will have a partner. Well, I guess that could work. Are you sure you won't mind helping, Sayori? Not at all, Natsuki. I don't know why my nose is so itchy. It's so terrible. Every time I talk on video for like a long period of time, my nose just starts to get really, really, really itchy, and it sucks. I don't know what my problem is. Like, I don't ever see anybody else having that same problem. I'd love to help you bake. Okay, cool. Thanks, Sayori. Just try not to devour them before the festival. Haha! That's exactly what I basically just said. No promises, but I'll do my best. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Devin? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. If Yuri's okay with that, I'm fine with it. Alright then, that settles it. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. I guess it's time for us to head out. Everyone packs up their things. Natsuki and Sayori are chatting about their weekend plans. As they leave, Sayori once again shoots me a wink. I follow up with a smile and a nod. I can't really complain though. No arguing occurred, and I get to spend the weekend with her. Things worked out pretty well, I'd say. I started to follow Monica, Sayori, and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. I'm sorry, I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I completely forgot about that. Would you like my phone number, Yuri? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, I'll be stopping at your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think that I'd prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case, it wouldn't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not that I don't mind, I just haven't had a girl from my house besides Yuri. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. I don't underestimate yourself, Devin. I think that we can all make a very productive team. Okay, I agree. I'll see you on Sunday, Yuri. See you then, Devin. I look forward to this weekend. After that exchange, I make my way out the door with Yuri. I can't read, I'm sorry. I'm wicked tired out of it. I can't believe this. Yuri's gonna be coming at my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. I have a feeling that Yuri will act a little different if it's just the two of us. She even told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us, or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I have to try and take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Is that the end of the chapter? Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So we did 2 chapters that episode only because of the fact that it was wicked. The first one was wicked short. So we are going to save it there. And without further ado, I think there's nothing left to do but to end it here. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, smash that like and subscribe if you're new. I'd love it on the channel. Guys, I've got a Discord. Come check me out outside YouTube. It'll be a fun time for all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. I'll see you guys in my next one. Goodbye!